Well, it's a new month, and that means it's a new theme for an episode of Healthy Thriving Family After Divorce. Stephanie Dobson is here. Stephanie is a lawyer, mediator, and online educator at Hankin Divorce Law and Mediation offices in Lloydminster and Edmonton. Stephanie, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks again, Stacy.
Well, since it is February, that dreaded day for some, Valentine's Day, is coming up. And it can be very difficult for people going through separation and divorce, obviously, because it highlights supposed love for the couples have, and it's really, made to be a big deal. So, what's your advice for people who are going through separation and divorce, and this is the first Valentine's Day that's going to be coming up while dealing with that?
Well, as I was preparing for today's Valentine's Day episode, I did a little bit of digging and found that there's a bunch of different celebrations that you can do in February, and it doesn't just have to be February 14th. So, the Day of Love, apparently. So, let's talk about a couple of other ideas for February celebrations. So, February 9th is actually called Chocolate Day. So, you might want to indulge in some chocolate with some friends, and call them up and see if they're game. February 12th is also known as International Hug Day. So there you go. Go and hug a friend and help them to feel special during their Valentine's Day without their former spouse. And then what about February 13th? This one is now known as Galentine's Day. And this originated from an American TV show called Parks and Recreation, which is supposed to be a worldwide celebration of friendship. On February 14th itself, we call it the Day of Love, but we can call it the Day of Love for someone other than a significant other. It could be with family, it could be with friends, it could be with your kids, or it could even be the love of oneself. So think of things even that bring you joy and cook your favorite meal or bake some treats, take a bath, enjoy some chocolate. Just think of ways that you bring joy to yourself and self care and just do it.
Now, if you happen to be someone who has a relative or a good friend going through this, what are some of the things that you can do to kind of help lift them up through this time?
Well, not only on Valentine's Day, but really any time throughout the year, you can help make a friend or family member feel special. So, especially Valentine's Day, they'll be feeling that void of that their significant other that's no longer with them. And so, think of ways that you can make them feel special. So, you might want to consider three things that would bring joy to that person and go ahead and do it. So, think of their favorite chocolates, get a takeout meal, spend some quality time together, maybe even give them a candle or a gift certificate to a special place that they might like. Think of something that they might be missing and help to fill that void for them.
Now, this is something that can affect children as well. So, if it's the first time going through, or even a subsequent time going through Valentine's Day, and the kids are maybe feeling it a little bit too, what can parents do to help get them a little bit out of the slump and maybe take the focus away from the focus of Valentine's Day?
Well, Valentine's Day is not only for couples, but sometimes some families will actually have certain traditions that they do with their kids for Valentine's Day. So they might give each other gifts or little mementos or celebrate with a special meal. So whatever you've got for traditions with your kids with respect to Valentine's Day, what I would encourage is for you to continue those traditions. Now, on the other hand, of course, kids mature so quickly that, what they might have wanted to do last year for their tradition might not be something that they want to do this year. So really talk to your kids about how they might like to celebrate Valentine's Day with you and go ahead and try that. One of the things you might want to think about is if you're not with your kids on February 14th itself and you do have some traditions, you might want to think of ways that you can spend time with your kids without physically being with them, whether it's a care package, go to the dollar store and grab some things and send them a care package, or even a video chat on Valentine's Day itself to make them feel special.
All right, Stephanie, great advice. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back again to talk to you next week.
Yeah, thanks, Stacy.